Because at this point, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Your team suck already. You're already about to be the worst team in the league, obviously. What's good, y'all? Welcome to Smooth Perspectives. I'm your host, Smooth, and this is what we keep real about everything happening in sports. Real opinions, no filter. Let's do it. All right, man. It's y'all host, Smooth, man. And y'all may be wondering where I have been. Well, unfortunately, my grandpa had passed away. R.I.P. to my papa. This episode is definitely dedicated to him. You know, we got the blue in the back. You know, we got the watch on. We got him right here, man. So just bear with me, man. Also, school just started, so you know, we just been getting in the rhythms or whatnot, you know, for school. But R.I.P. to my papa. This episode, this for you. But let's get right into it, man. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't understand this decision from Cleveland. I don't understand this decision at all. Tell me why they are starting Deshaun Watson over Shedeur Sanders. And I'm just sitting here thinking, why? Like, what are y'all getting out of this? Why? Because if this situation where Deshaun Watson clearly outplayed Shedeur Sanders, I could see, okay? That makes sense. I could understand it, 100%. If Deshaun Watson came out this preseason looking like the old Deshaun Watson, making big-time throws, you know, moving the offense, protecting the football, looking comfortable and cool, hey, man, I ain't complaining. Go ahead and start, bro. You know, go ahead and, hold on, y'all. Hold on. My bad. Go ahead and start, bro, okay? But that is definitely not what happened. Actually, the exact opposite happened, actually. And that's why I think Cleveland is making the wrong decision. So we finna go ahead and, you know, get, you know, deeper into it, man, because this is just so crazy to me. And before anybody says I'm just hating on Deshaun Watson, no, I'm not. I'm not saying Deshaun Watson is some terrible quarterback. We all know what he used to be in Houston. We all know what he's capable of. He was a 3-time Pro Bowler, and he was one of the better quarterbacks in the league. That used to be, though. Used to be. You feel me? We're talking about right now. Not 2019, not 2020, not the days before COVID, not them days. You know, not what he was 5, 6, 7 years ago. We went past that, man. That's old Deshaun Watson. We past that. We don't care about 5, 6 years ago. That don't matter right now. Come on, man. It's 2026. Like, I'm talking about the quarterback that Cleveland has right now. In this preseason, Deshaun Watson really didn't give, like, Cleveland enough to say, yeah, that's definitely our guy. He did not even give a little bit for them to say, this is definitely our guy. This is our franchise quarterback. We are still finna believe in Deshaun Watson. No, bro. Like, against Chicago, Deshaun Watson went 11 for 15 for 126 yards. Now, that's not bad on paper. That ain't bad at all. But he also fumbled. And the Browns ended up losing that game 34-10. Shedeur Sanders came in later and went 6 for 11 for 79 yards and an interception. So after that first game, I could definitely understand why people weren't completely convinced about Shedeur. I 100% understand. And y'all know how I am about Shedeur. So I 100% understand why they weren't convinced. But then you go to the Bills game. The rainy game. The really bad rainy game. And this is where I really start questioning the decisions. Shedeur started against Buffalo, and he went 9 for 11 for 74 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Deshaun Watson, 5 for 12. 35 yards. 35 yards. 1 interception. 1 interception. 5 completions, bro. 5 completions. 35 yards. 35 yards. Not even half of a football field. 35 yards. And the Browns lost 31-7. 35 yards, bro. Put this in, like, think. 35 yards and you're starting him? Are we serious right now? Against the Jacksonville Jaguars, my team. Duval, you feel me? Against the Jacksonville Jaguars, we is finna, oh my God, we is finna tear them up. So explain to me how that performance is supposed to create confidence that Deshaun Watson is clearly the better option. Please tell me. And I'm not even saying Shedeur played perfect because, Of course he did not. He threw an interception. You know, there were plays where he definitely could have been better. And of course he still has a lot to improve on. He's a great he's a good quarterback. He's getting there, you know. I believe in Shedeur more than I believe in Deshaun Watson. Shedeur, yes, he still has a lot to prove, of course. But that's the point. Shedeur is the guy Cleveland should be trying to figure out. He's the younger quarterback. He's the guy who could potentially be a part of their future. Like, big on that. You feel me? Instead, Cleveland is basically saying, let's see if Deshaun Watson can get back to being Deshaun Watson. And I don't know if that's the best way to approach it this season. I'm not going to lie. Because looking at the bigger picture, Deshaun Watson has barely been on the field for Cleveland. You feel what I'm saying? He's played only 19 games since joining the Browns in 2022. And, like, he missed the entire 2025 season. Like, come on. Now, he's coming off a major Achilles issue. And now we're expecting him to come back and suddenly just be the quarterback Cleveland can build around? What? That is a very huge gamble. Huge gamble. And I understand why Cleveland wants Deshaun to work. I kind of understand. You know, they gave up a ridiculous amount of money. Oh, my God. Ridiculous amount of money for him. They gave him that massive they gave him that massive, very, very, very huge, fully guaranteed contract. You know, they gave him multiple first-round picks. I get it. They still shouldn't have done that, though. Like that, they still shouldn't have done that, though. You feel me? That's a lot. And still pay him that much to this day? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Go get a top 10 receiver. Go get some. But at some point, you can't keep making football decisions based on how much money you already spent. You can't do that. The money is gone. The Browns, they need to ask themselves, who gives us the best chance to win right now? And who gives us the best chance to build something for the future? That is the question they need to be asking themselves. And honestly, I don't think Deshaun Watson has separated himself enough to automatically get that job. At all. And like at all. And there's another thing that bothers me very, very bad. Like it bothers me pretty bad. Very bad. Shedeur, he actually showed some flashes last year. Believe it or not. He actually did. If you really watch it, he actually showed some flashes. He started 7 games as a rookie, finished with 1,400 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and obviously there were ups and downs. I mean, that's kind of obvious. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like Shedeur was just, oh my God, you know, the prime Patrick Mahomes last year. You feel me? Like he wasn't crazy. He wasn't, and it's okay. That's okay. Y'all gotta understand, he's a rookie. Well, he's not no more. I like to call them sophomores. I don't know what, you know, call second year. They probably just call them second years. But he's a sophomore now. He's not a rookie no more. He's not a freshman. And now he's had another offseason in the NFL, you know, another training camp, another year learning the offense and learning how to handle the speed of the league. Why not actually see what you have? Why not take a gamble with Shedeur? And I feel like you're taking a bigger gamble with Deshaun Watson than you are Shedeur. And I think Cleveland should be taking the gamble with Shedeur. Because if Shedeur struggles, then guess what? You learn something, right? You learn something. If Shedeur Sanders struggle, you learn something. You learn that he's not ready. That's what you learn, Cleveland Browns. You learn that he's not ready. And you can always turn to Deshaun Watson. Always. And y'all probably can say you can always turn to Shedeur Sanders. Okay, but let's just put into perspective who should start. You know, like who should start the first game. Like that's what we're talking about. Who should start the first game? If you never gave Shedeur the opportunity, how are you supposed to know that he can actually become? And that's my biggest problem with this decision. Cleveland is choosing something certain that isn't really certain. Like, because what exactly are we certain about, like, with Deshaun Watson? I'm confused. Are we certain he's healthy? No. Are we certain he's going to return to Houston? No. Not return to Houston. Return to his Houston form, like return to how he used to be in Houston? No. Are we certain he's going to stay on the field? Absolutely not. No. No, we're not. We're not certain of any of those things. Are we certain he's going to be better than Shedeur? Are we certain? Based on this preseason, are we certain that he's going to be better than Shedeur? Let me know in the comments. I want to know. Are we certain he's going to be better than Shedeur this offseason? I don't think so. No. I don't think so. No. No. N-O. Capital N-O. And that's why I'm taking Shedeur. That's why I'm taking Shedeur to start week 1 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. That is why I'm taking him. You feel me? He don't deserve none of this. Not because I think Shedeur is automatically going to be a superstar. I'm not saying that. I don't think he's going to automatically be a superstar. I hope nobody thinks that, because that's not reality, right? I'm saying if the competition is close, give the younger quarterback the opportunity to prove himself. That's what I'm saying. Especially when you're talking about a team that needs to figure out its future very bad. Like, it's to the point where the fans, y'all just need to boycott the games. Don't go to no games. Don't buy no tickets, because it's getting out of hand. And honestly, I think that's what makes this decision so frustrating. The Browns, they don't have to commit to Shedeur for the next 5 years, but just give him the opportunity. Like, just give him an opportunity. Let him start. Just, come on, man. He's young. Let him start. Let him make mistakes. It's a part of the game. Let him make mistakes. Let him make good plays. Let him make terrible plays. Let him learn from his mistakes. Let him learn. Stop acting like he does not have room to learn. Every quarterback does. You acting like, every quarterback just coming to the league first year, just the greatest quarterback to ever touch the football. That's never happened before. It never will happen. No. Let him develop. Because that's how you find if you have something. That right there is how you find out if you have something. Let him learn. Let him develop. Let him make mistakes. Let him learn from his mistakes. Please. Instead, Cleveland is going back to Deshaun Watson, and they're basically hoping that their player, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? They're basically hoping that their player, that the player they thought that they were going to get years ago is still somewhere inside of him. There we go. They thought that they think that Deshaun Watson is still going to be the Deshaun Watson from 2019, 2020, them Houston Texan years. And maybe he is. I'm not saying Watson can't have a good season. He absolutely could. Maybe he comes out week 1 and proves everybody wrong. I don't think so, but maybe he do. Maybe he do. And maybe he throws 3 touchdowns and suddenly everybody forgets about this conversation. But based on what we've seen so far, come on, bro. I wouldn't bet on... oh, my God. I would not bet on... No, not on Deshaun Watson. No. I would not bet on that being the smartest decision at all. And even Watson's recent performance against Buffalo raised more questions. He went 5 for 12, like I said. 35 yards, bro. 35 yards in an interception. 35. If Shedeur did that, y'all would be sitting up here making it all this, all that. Oh, worst quarterback in the league. He sucked. I've been telling y'all this and that, this and that. If he threw for 35 yards, if Shedeur Sanders threw for 35 yards, y'all would be up here running y'all mouth completely different. So I don't want to hear nothing when another quarterback does it. And he's a vet. He's a vet. In the preseason, you're throwing for 35 yards. In the preseason. What? Like, bro, I feel like I'm a fan. I understand why the fans are frustrated. You feel me? At the same time, Watson can't control. He can't control what the fans do. I get that. But the only thing is he can control how he plays. So now he's got to go out there and prove it. The vet. V-E-T, vet. He's got to go out there and prove it. Because Cleveland's already made their decision. You feel me? And it's not a good decision at all. Excuse me, y'all. It's not a good decision at all. Deshaun Watson, he is QB1, unfortunately. Shedeur Sanders, he's the backup, unfortunately. But I don't think that should be the end of any conversations at all. If Deshaun Watson struggles early, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear Cleveland say, well, we have to stick with him because we named him the starter. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't. If the offense isn't moving, if Watson isn't playing well, put Shedeur Sanders in the game. Don't play no games. Put Shedeur Sanders in the game. Because at this point, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Your team suck already. You're already about to be the worst team in the league, obviously. Starting Deshaun Watson. They're about to be the worst team in the league. You know? So that's why I really stand on this, man. Like, I'm not saying Shedeur Sanders is the answer. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the Browns haven't seen enough from Deshaun Watson to convince me that he's definitely the answer at all. And when your team needs to figure out what your future looks like, you have to find out what the younger quarterback can do. You have to. You got to give him a chance. You gave him a chance in preseason. No, preseason is not the same as regular season, bro. It's not the same. You know, maybe Shedeur becomes that guy. Maybe he doesn't. But Cleveland, y'all need to find out. That's the problem. Whether he does or he don't, y'all need to find out. Y'all need to give him a chance. Y'all need to find this out. It's a new head coach. Y'all need to find this out. Whoever the head coach is, he came from the Ravens. That's all I know. But I don't know your name. You need to find out, bro. For real. You need to find out. I'm talking to you. Because right now, it feels like they're choosing Deshaun Watson because of what he was. You feel me? Instead of making the decision based off what he is. And that's why I think the Browns are making a terrible decision. But that's just my opinion, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. This was a long one. I ain't gonna lie. This is probably the longest we went, man. But this is a long one, man. But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Like I said, put it in chat, man. Rest in peace with a blue heart. Put it in chat for my grandpa. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. This one for you. Rest in peace. You feel me? We got to put up the Shedeur with his watch. We got to. You feel me? You feel me? But yeah, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Stay tuned for next episode. And let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Smooth vibe.